Why would Russia want these particular individuals censored unless they were targeting the left or liberals or something like that?
It'd be interesting. I'd be interested to see what those censorship requests were. What was censored at the behest of, I guess, now Russian moles and Ukrainian intelligence, which is such a crazy statement to make. But
this is amazing. The SBU, this is Russian intelligence, sent the FBI lists of thousands of social media accounts accused of spreading Russian disinformation, which the U.S. agency then distributed to social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Holy crap.
Wow.
Compromised by Russia. Who could have seen that coming?
Not on the bingo card.
Yeah, we've honestly developed a very strange view of Russia over the past 5 or 6 years. You guys remember about 10 years ago when Mitt Romney said that Russia was going to become a massive geopolitical threat, and everyone laughed at him. And to be fair, rightly so, Mitt Romney is to be laughed at. But this was something that even the left thought was ridiculous at that time. And then as soon as it became politically advantageous to them to start blaming Russia for everything, they did. And they haven't stopped. They have not stopped. And now we have the Biden administration, I guess, maybe changing their tune on that. Of course, inadvertently, it seems.
Joe Biden.
Good old Joe.
Yep.
I've been saying that unironically for a while, but the more and more that you talk about it potentially being China and Russia essentially playing blocker for it, that's what I kind of think is happening. It's unfortunate, but that's what I think is happening.
We talked about World War III. I guess the question is all of this a distraction, or what will lead up to, say, the invasion of Taiwan, which is really going to kick things off?
Yeah. I there's part of me that thinks that regardless of what happens, what the Chinese do in relation to Taiwan, the U.S. can't really do anything about it. This is an unexpert opinion, because I'm not a geopolitical expert or anything, but I just don't see the United States, having the wherewithal to actually go to, have any kind of combat in the South China Sea over Taiwan. If I understand correctly, we don't have the munitions. The U.S. military power is down 25%, I think, is the recruitment goal that they were down last year, that they missed it by. Overall, I don't know exactly which branch had what the deficit was for each branch, but they're not making recruitment goals. They're sending all of the bombs and stuff that we have over to Ukraine, and our stores of munitions have run low, if I understand correctly. So
but that's also just good for a lot of the military industrial complex. They want to make new ones.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't see how that's true, and I agree with you, but I don't see how the U.S. is in a position to actually engage in any kind of defense of Taiwan, especially if we're what amounts to a two-front war, at least logistically. Like, we don't have, people on the front lines in Ukraine, but we're, sending munitions to the Ukraine as if we're engaged in it. It's a two-front logistical war. I don't see the U.S. being able to handle that.
Well, I can't speak too much to, the tactics or what we have with respect to, munitions or anything like that, but what I'm curious about is how the United States would be able to get enough people to sign up to fight in any of these wars. I think a lot of the people who are supporting the Russia-Ukraine war are not people who are going to enlist for combat roles in the U.S. military. I think that if China were to invade Taiwan, there's probably more people who would be willing to enlist to fight that war, but I can't imagine enough people for that to be a possible reality who would be willing to sign up. So the question is, what does the government do? How does the government get people to enlist if this happens?
The moment there becomes a true existential threat to the United States, all of these leftists are going to start screaming, good. America is bad and it shouldn't exist anyway.
Think so?
Yeah, they're not going to fight anything. They're going to be like, yay.
Yeah.
Or run.
Or what they'll do is they'll demand that other people fight it for them. This is something kind of remarkable too. When you look at how much we've stratified as a nation, how much we've broken apart, how little people see themselves as part of a common project anymore. When you look at what happened on 9/11, New York City was attacked, and a bunch of guys from the South signed up to fight a war because of it.